is raining very hard outside right now, and by very hard, I mean very hard by Southern California standards. For most people, it's probably like a light drizzle. Just feeling the cozy vibes. Painted my nails for the first time in like 4 years the other day, and they started chipping a little bit, like at the top. You probably can't see that, but these were getting a little bit worse, and so I tried fixing them this morning just by putting a little bit on the ends. I see why people just let their nail polish chip now. Look at how bad that is. It's not great. I don't know which is worse. Probably this one, because it's all weirdly lumpy and bumpy. So as you guys know, been on a little fat loss journey for the last like year. I mean, technically I didn't start cutting until like 6 months ago and have taken multiple prolonged breaks in that amount of time. But on a fat loss journey, guess what? I've officially lost about 10 pounds, which puts me at basically my goal. I didn't have a poundage goal. It was more of like a just getting back to how I looked and felt before, and I'm basically there. So like, we did it. Guys, we did it. I'm gonna stay in my smidge of a deficit for like another 1 to 2 weeks while my weight like actually kind of settles, because it hit like a low and then it's kind of just been fluctuating by like a pound or two. So we're just gonna let it like settle in to the lower weight, stay in a little bit of a deficit, and then basically by Christmas, it will be time to stop being in a deficit, which will be quite nice. So today I'm just gonna take you guys on a full day of eating, basically like a normal day of eating in a deficit to lose fat for Marissa. Gonna get a little workout in too. Basically, as soon as I finish this deliciousness, I'm gonna head to the gym, come back, have some breakfast, run some errands, probably eat something at some point in there to make dinner, and I'll just show you what I'm having. I'm gonna make a video in a couple weeks about everything I did to actually lose the fat this time, as opposed to like 2 years ago when I tried to lose fat and failed miserably. So if you guys have any questions about my fat loss journey at all, leave them down in the comments below and I will try to address them in that video. So if you have questions about like why I gained weight, why I wanted to lose weight, what my goals were, what I did differently this time as opposed to last time that was actually successful when I tried to lose weight, my strategies for nutrition, my strategies for exercise, my other strategies that weren't nutrition and exercise that definitely played a role, my new plans and goals. These are all things I'm planning on talking about. So if you have extra questions, let me know. This is the first thing that I am consuming today. It is Organifi's chocolate gold, and I have just been obsessed with this lately. I told you guys I quit caffeine. It's been like a month and a half of no caffeine. It's amazing. I will have a whole video on that too, don't worry. But lately I've been searching for like morning coffee alternatives because I found that I was fine without caffeine, but I still wanted that like nice, delicious, rich, yummy treat in the morning. And this is just, it's a turmeric hot chocolate basically, and it's just so rich and creamy, and like when I froth it with the frother, look at that foam, look at it, so good. And especially now that the weather's getting cold, having like basically hot chocolate in the morning is a dream come true. Plus, while being in a calorie deficit, I don't personally restrict any food groups other than gluten because I have celiac disease, so it'll literally kill me from the inside out. But while I have been in a deficit, I've still had pizza, I've still had donuts, I've still had ice cream, I've still had all of the things that are like no foods when you're on a diet. So I haven't felt particularly restricted, but one thing that really helps with that is starting out my day with something that feels decadent and delicious and all of the chocolatey goodness that I could ever want for the day, like at the beginning of the day, so that I start off with a mindset like I'm not restricted because I've basically already had dessert. Like, it's amazing. But this is also not just like a turmeric hot chocolate. It has a lot of other ingredients in it that make it much more of a Marissa beverage. You guys know my obsession with adaptogens and things like that. This has adaptogens and things like that. It has reishi mushroom, which is really good for just calming the body, calming the central nervous system. So I feel like I start my day off on a very like chill note, which is kind of what I need right now. It also has turkey tail, which is a potent antioxidant and supports a really healthy immune response. And then overall, it's just generally like a very healthy anti-inflammatory drink because of the turmeric and the ginger that's in here. It's just, it makes me happy and I love it and I highly recommend it. If you do want to check it out, I got you guys a discount code. It's MissFitAndNerdy to get yourself 20% off any Organifi product. A lot of people take this at night, by the way, if you do want to try it, because it is such like a calming beverage. It can really help get like a good night's sleep and all that good stuff, but I'm using it to replace my morning coffee and to keep myself nice and chill throughout the day, so I'm taking it in the morning. But I will leave a link down in the description box below. Check it out. You will love it. I love it. I am about to go to the gym, and my workout split has actually changed quite a bit since we last had a chat, I think. So I wanted to fill you in on what that's looking like right now. Currently doing an 8-day split, not a 7-day split, just because that felt a lot more sustainable for me, I started doing Stephanie Buttermore's women's specialization program, and that was 6 days a week, and it was 4 lower body days and 2 upper body days, and I was like, I need more than 1 rest day. Like I need to add another rest day in there. I'm not doing that program anymore. I finished the first phase and I didn't really want to do the second phase, so I wrote myself something that was the same structure but just like my own program. So I'm currently doing lower upper lower rest, lower upper lower rest, and then cycling through that. So 4 different leg workouts within 8 days, and then 2 different upper body workouts in those 8 days, and 2 days of rest. And it sounds like a lot of volume, but I've cut the workouts down by a lot. So the workouts are only taking me about half an hour, whereas before I was training probably like 5 solid straight hours per week, maybe a little bit more, because my workouts were like an hour to like a little bit over an hour. But now it's 6 workouts that are a little bit over half an hour. So I'm actually training less than I was before. And it has just felt like such a good volume for where my body's at right now. Like I feel like I'm getting a really good workout when I'm in there, but I also feel like I'm recovering really well. And my body has also been responding really well to the split end amount of volume. Like I have seen, I think the most substantial progress with my fat loss in the last, how long have I been doing this? 5 weeks? 6 weeks? Something like that. So my body's loving it, I'm loving it. I find that the schedule is much more manageable for me. Like it's a lot easier to get myself to go to the gym when I know I'm only gonna be there for like 45 minutes including my warm-up, as opposed to like an hour and 10-ish including my warm-up. So I'm really happy with it. I think I'm gonna stick with this split for a while. I'm not sure what I'll do when I end up doing a slight reverse diet / maybe going into a slight bulky surplusy thing after I'm done with this cut, but we'll see. So I usually walk to the gym and back, and that will give me a little bit less than 5,000 steps, but because it is raining today, that is not happening. So I'm probably gonna have a little bit less movement today, unless I maybe do some yoga later or something, but just got to the gym, so let's go do a workout.
Suck me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control.
Stomach vacuums are getting so much more fun because I can just feel each individual ab muscle working, and I can kind of like articulate each muscle in my core a lot more, and so it's really cool to just like undulate, flex my core muscles. It's a connection that I've just never had with those muscles before, so it's like, it's fun. That was a fantastic workout, and now it is breakfast time. I only have like half an hour until I need to leave to go places, so I'm gonna make something hopefully super quick, relatively simple, but also nutritious, delicious, packed with protein, and helpful for my current physique goals. Let's go. And we have breakfast. Decided to go with some eggs on toast. This is a gluten-free sourdough bread from a local bakery, and it's so good. Lather on a little cashew cheese, throw on some zucchini and arugula. The eggs just have salt and pepper, a little bit of red pepper on top, and that's it. So last time I told you guys about how I was like tracking macros and trying to reach my fat goals, I was hitting very precise macros. Like day to day, I was trying to be within like 5 grams of the macros that I was trying to hit. But that is no longer the case. I didn't stop doing that because it wasn't working or because any reason. I just kind of stopped. Mostly because I got lazy. But I am now just aiming for a weekly average and still trying to hit that macro range within like 5-ish grams on average for the week, but I'm much more flexible on the day-to-day. So I'm using my macro averager tool that I talked about in my video about my macro averager tool to just track that every day and then hit my averages. Actually, I totally lied. I'm not trying to hit precise macros like on average for the week. I'm just trying to hit the healthy minimums that I know are going to give my body what it needs to get where I need it to be. And then beyond that, I'm filling in the gaps with kind of whatever I feel like eating. So I'm making sure to eat enough protein, ideally aiming for like 90 to 100 grams on average for the week. And then carbs, as long as I hit like a good amount of carbs so that I'm not like lowish carb, because carbs are really helpful for performance in the gym, getting good workouts, and getting good workouts is helpful for fat loss. So making sure to eat enough carbs and then just kind of, I love fat. I've missed my fat, so I'm basically eating more fat now. I can have whole eggs again, and I'm very happy. So I'm basically taking like a much more relaxed approach to it right now, which is what I'm finding is working for me right now. That's not what was working for me before. So like things have changed, which is kind of interesting. And I think just important to highlight because, as I always say, just because something was working for you 5 years ago or 6 months ago or 2 months ago doesn't mean it's going to be what's best for you now. And working with your current situation and circumstances, like within whatever confines you have to make progress, is going to be what helps you make the best progress. Even if it isn't necessarily like the most technically efficient way to do that, whatever works best for you and that you can stick to is what is ultimately going to be what works best. So I'm just in like a different place now, so we use a slightly different strategy, and both are working, and it's great. And I need to go in 2 minutes, so I need to go put real shoes on because I changed into my Uggs, and these are not gonna go outside in the rain.
Later that same evening.
All right, I am back from running errands and it is chilly. I am so cold. So I'm gonna go make myself a nice warm cup of tea. I think I'm gonna make my classic ginger lemon honey tea that I used to make all the time and I just haven't made for a while. Why haven't I made it for a while? It's so good. I'm gonna throw some collagen in there too. Yes, this sounds delightful. Let's do it. I feel like the epitome of cozy right now, like big fluffy jacket, giant warm cup of tea, and by cup of tea I mean 4 cups of tea. Tea is actually how I have been getting my water intake lately. I don't remember the last time I drank plain water. It's been a couple weeks. I've just been having multiple 4 cups of tea worths of cups of tea. I think it'd be a lot easier for me to hit my water intake in the summer when it's hot and you're thirsty, but no. So much easier in the winter when it's cold and you can drink all the tea in the world. So, life happened, as it tends to do. I was going to make dinner tonight because actually I've been really good about, about cooking for myself lately and like kind of just getting back to, you know, being excited about food and cooking for myself like I used to be, which is all fantastic. And I want to show you guys like what I've normally been cooking, but again, life happened. Not much I can do about it. My schedule's all wonky now, so I had to go pick up some food. So I decided to go to True Food. I got the spicy Penang curry bowl with chicken, which I'll show you when I'm not in my car anymore. But it's actually very similar to like what I have been making for myself. Like if you watched, I think my last video or the video before where I made dinner for my whole family, it was basically the same thing as that, just probably a different curry sauce. I've basically just been doing like some meat, bunch of vegetables chopped up with some sort of curry-ish sauce or other kind of yummy sauce, and that's it. That's been my dinner because it's quick, it's easy, and it's so good. That or steak and roasted vegetables. I'm getting back into a steak and roasted vegetable phase, and I have just been loving it. Like, it's so easy. You just throw the steak in the skillet, toss the veggies in the oven, you're good to go. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And this is why being flexible when you're trying to lose fat is so important. Because like, if you have a really rigid mindset around it, something like this could easily just derail you. You'll be like, well, I don't have time to cook dinner now and everything's all messed up, and so why do I even try? And then you're off the rails until next Monday when you start again, because Monday's always the day that you start again. But this has zero effect on my motivation or desire to stick to my goal or my plans. It's just a thing. It's just food. And it's just life. Speaking of food and life, I would also like dessert, and I think there's, ooh, yes. There's this little grocery store called Mother's Market that's really close to here, and I haven't been in probably like 2.5 years, but it's like one of those like really fun, healthy grocery stores, so they probably have really cool desserts. I hope. I'm gonna be very sad if they don't, because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. If they don't have anything, they'll at least have chocolates. Go get something that's at least chocolate. Exhibit A as to why this place is just fascinating. Camel milk. Ah yes. Candy. Perfect. Ooh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have not gotten to try these yet, but I keep seeing them on Instagram and they look amazing, so I might do this. This is option 1 right now. But they also have a whole wall of chocolate. This sounds delicious. Hold up. I love chocolate caramel. Might have to do that. Might have to do both. Hold the phone. I found the baked goods. Shortbread, gluten-free. These honestly look like they're not gonna be that good. They look like I'm ready to spend too much money to be disappointed. These though, oh my god. AIP friends. Actually, I don't know if these specifically are AIP. Paleo friends. These are delicious. I'm going to bring them home for Christmas. Ooh, none of these are gluten-free. Oh, it's a brownie. And it's gluten-free. This might be the winner. So this is dinner, the spicy Penang curry. They took us off the menu for a while. It was legit like my favorite thing, and I was devastated when it wasn't on the menu. So now every time that I can, I get it. Basically just veggies, some grains, some curry sauce, and some chicken. And we have our dessert. It looks so good. Let's do a little taste test. This brownie is so good. I'm very glad I walked through the entire store to find it. I am rounding out the night with a little kombucha, because you guys know me, I can't go a day without drinking kombucha. And that's not entirely true, but like it's mostly true. And this will be the last thing that I consume for the day, other than maybe some more water or something, because I have not drank enough today. I did track today. I have been tracking, obviously, and I came out, I ended up eating around 1,800 calories today, which is a smidge over the weekly average that I am aiming for, but the last 2 days I ate a smidge under the average that I'm aiming for, so like it's all gonna balance out, and tomorrow I'm gonna have to eat a smidge over the average that I'm aiming for, and we'll be good to go. Do be sure you leave any questions that you have about my fat loss journey and progress and things that I did, etc., down in the comments below so that I can address them in my video that I'm gonna post in a few weeks about everything I did, how I did it, all that good stuff. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Please share this video with your friends, your family, and your neighbors. If you want to see more content from me all about health and fitness, you can check it out over here. To see future videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post a video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!